Hey guys, Sunday evening, and here we go. How exciting! I hope everyone's had a fabulous weekend. I didn't do very much and it was wonderful. So it was really nice for a change. I just chilled. I did some crochet. I did very little cooking, caught up on a bit of washing, hung around, watched some telly with my husband. Yeah, it was nice. How about you guys? How was everyone's weekends? I'm just reading through the comments to see if I've missed anything important. And the regular crowd is here. Hello, everyone. Hello, Dolores from Tennessee. Hi. Welcome to our little video on a Sunday night. This is Sunday night at 7:30 p.m. in Australia, but I'm not sure what time it is there. I'm thinking it's very in the wee hours of the morning, perhaps, over there. Hello, everyone. All right. I hope you're all well and ready for another night of crafting. I, as usual, haven't got a lot of things planned, but I have picked out what I wanted to play with, and I only decided about 10 minutes. I changed my mind from what I was going to do, and now I'm going to do something different. So I'm going to show you a couple of new things that I have tonight. Hello, Kay. We've got a couple of Kays here tonight. That's nice. That's a nice thing to do while you're watching. I get a lot of crocheting done while I'm watching TV. I don't know. I'm not someone who likes to sit and I feel like I need to do something with my hands all the time. So crocheting kind of meets that need. Hello, Nancy. Okay, 5:30 a.m. I'm assuming. Is that right, Dolores? Oh, I did have a wonderful day. Thank you for asking. And how about you, Margaret? Did you have a good day too? All right. I think I saw a little email that told me that your products got delivered. Is that right? Did you get your goodies? That's pretty cool if you did. I'm looking at everyone's lovely evening comments. Thank you so much, guys. All right. Hey, Wendy, how is the UK today? Are you surviving the heat? I heard it's very hot over there for you guys. I mean, it's all right for us. We're kind of used. We still complain when it gets to 40 degrees, but we're used to it. You know, we expect it to get that hot in summer. You guys don't. So, yay, Margaret, that's good news. Hello, Sunny. Nice to see you. All right. I'm going to switch over to the desk and let's have a look and see what we can see. All right. So you can see I've got my new catalogue here. Now, up towards the back of this catalogue is a set that I didn't really pay a lot of attention to when it first was posted, and you'll find it's in the catalogue. The index is in alphabetical order, which is so much better. It used to be in page order, and now they're doing it in alphabetical order, and it's so easy to find stuff. So much better. So I'm looking for the Brightest Beauty set, which is this one here. It's on page 60 of the catalogue. So let's go to that up towards the back. Here we go. Now, if you live in Australia, then you really want to know about this one, because tell me that that does not look like Wattle. Look, they've even got the colours right. Look at that. Okay, so we've got our very own. So for anyone who doesn't know, if you're overseas, Wattle is actually the national flower emblem of Australia. So this is a wattle bush, and generally speaking, they are known for their bright yellow flowers. Okay, beautiful, beautiful yellow flowers. Wattle Day is actually the 1st of August, so it's coming up, which means wattle is just starting to pop out. Everyone, has anyone seen it? Good. Yes, we are still on the positive roll. Yeah, let's say that again. So no negativity tonight. This is a negativity-free zone. If anyone messes up and accidentally says something negative, we're going to be really nice to you, but we're going to tell you to shut it, because we're not going to have that. We're just going to have positive stuff. Okay. No, maybe. Well, I didn't actually set it up until about 7:15, Cherie. So you may not have seen it earlier because I didn't have anything set up. So I set up the room, and then Donna was the first one here, and I was still in the middle of setting up, so I was still around to say hello to her. You've been eyeing this bundle? Well, now you know, Jean, this is an Australian flower called Wattle. And, it's out near you, Rose, is it? I love it when the wattle comes out. I used to drive to work along this road that was literally framed from both sides, and the wattle trees arched over the road, and it was this 1 or 2 weeks of the year that it was just like driving through a bright yellow tunnel. It was a trip. And it was amazing because it was just spectacular. Really, really fantastic. So, hey there, Deb. Nice to see you. All right, so I'm going to do something with this tonight, and I'm going to use the proper colors. I think soft succulent is the perfect color for wattle leaves. Really, really good. And if we need to get any darker color in there, we could highlight with a bit of evening evergreen. Now, I haven't decided yet whether I want to do the wattle flowers in Daffodil Delight or Crushed Curry. Crushed Curry is a much stronger yellow, but what I usually think, I don't know if anyone else. Oh, it's pouring with rain up there. Is it, Wendy? That's no good. And did you say you love the heat? Oh, goodness. Not everyone feels as happy about it as you do, from what I've heard. Yeah, Wattle, W-A-T-T-L-E, Carolyn. It's spelled capital W-A-T-T-L-E. And if you look it up, you'll find masses and masses and masses of yellow flowers. There you go. There you go, guys. All right, so that's what this is. And we can even, like, it does the outlines, and you can even fill them in. Okay, now usually a darker yellow means that it's starting to come to the end of its blooming life. So it would be a brighter, lighter yellow, more like a Daffodil Delight when it first comes out. So so there you go. There you go. I thought that you girls from overseas might need a little bit of education in that department, you know, a bit of Australian flora and fauna. All right, so let's get to work and let's do a bit of stamping. I've already popped this onto block E, which is the size block. You can see how big it is. It's the size block that we're going to need for this. And I'm going to pop it here, and I'm going to ink it up with my soft succulent ink pad. Now, there are matching dies for this too, and here they are. Look, they're lovely. So this stamp I'm about to stamp is actually able to be cut out with this lovely die here. And let's see how it looks when we put it all together. I'm going to grab a mat to put under this as well. Being a bigger stamp, it's helpful with your photopolymer stamps to have a foam mat underneath, and I use the paper piercing tool, paper piercing mat for that. I find that's a really good surface to stamp on. All right, so we're going to stamp straight down, giving a really good hard push because it's a bigger stamp, and put one finger down and lift that off. Look at the detail. Can you see the detail in that? It's really, really beautiful. In fact, I don't even think we need to add a darker. Obviously, we might need to add darker, but it does it automatically. It gives us dark stems, even without doing anything extra. So you like that too? I know it is so, so, so pretty. So, all right, let me grab, where is it? There's also a little background stamp here. I haven't decided if I'm going to use that or not. I really like it, but there's also this one to fill in the blossoms. So let's do that. Springtime in the bush, and we have a lot of bush quite close to us. Springtime in the bush is just magnificent. It is such an amazing time to be around. All the wildflowers are coming out, and it's positively beautiful. Let's see if I've got a big enough. D is too small, and I'm thinking that H might not fit. Oh, no, you know what? It might. Let's see. It just fits. Look at that. Almost goes over the edge, but not quite. All right, so my contenders for the right yellow are Daffodil Delight and Crushed Curry. Okay, they're my two that I've picked out. You've never seen the stamp. It's on page 60 in your mini catalogue. Really, really lovely. Really like it a lot. All right, so yeah, Stamparatus is fantastic for stamps like this. Thankfully, this is photopolymer. So I'm going to stamp on the back first. I'm going to do it with the, you know what? This is the daffodil, and I think that is going to be well and truly dark enough. I'm not going to even try the Crushed Curry because that's already dark enough. If it's any darker than that, I don't think it's going to look quite right. So I'm actually going to stand up to get this right. And I can see through it, and I just want to make sure that I'm covering all those little blossoms, and I'm going to fill them in. Give it a good old push. Look at this. How nice is this? It really looks, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? think you have to go to Specsavers. You know what? I have a very, very, very good optometrist. If you were on the Central Coast, I'd send you to mine. She's wonderful. And I don't know if Ellen's here tonight, but Ellen works for the optometrist that I go to. And they're really fantastic. Now, you could just use it just like this. It's gorgeous, all right? Now, I think the daffodil is good enough, don't you think? Yep, Daffodil Delight is the one. And so that's the lighter yellow, and it was plenty dark enough for this. Now, if I was going to just put this straight on to a background, you know, I could stamp some little guys, these are like, can you see them, like little triangles? I really like them as a background. All right, so what we're going to do instead is I'm actually going to cut this out. And as you can see, this is going to perfectly match up with our Wattle. And I find the secret to matching up these kind of stamps and dies, if there's a stem, you want to get your stem so you can exactly see it through this little narrow piece here, because if you get the stem lined up, the rest of it kind of falls into exactly the right place. All right, so that's the best way to do that. Just a little tip for you. I know, isn't it lovely, Helen? And you know what else? I didn't tell you this, but it's actually a really reasonably priced bundle. So some of, you know, many of the bundles are around the $90 mark. That's quite standard for a bundle. But this one with the dies and the stamps is only, the bundle is $68.25. Isn't that good? It's a really good price bundle. And there are, in the die set by itself is $44. There are 7 dies in there, but I think $68.25 for a bundle of that size is a really good price. So I thought that's something that you guys might like to know. And you know, 68, you're not that far away from 90. And if you're going to be that close, you might as well go do the 90 and get something free from Celebration. That's just my take on it. All right, so I'm going to use my mini tonight. I've got my number 1, and some of you may have seen, I put pictures up on my private VIP group. If you're in Australia, you can be in the private VIP group, and I have photos and instructions of how myself and my husband flattened my plates. We did the mini plates, these ones, and we did the big machine plates, and I was so happy with them. They turned out really great. Did some of you see those photos the other day? Hubby and me doing some cooking in the kitchen, but not food. We were doing plates. Okay, let's line this up again. I'm just trying to get it exactly where I want it. I want to see that stem through there, right through there, and then pop this other plate right on top. Now, when your plates are flat, they definitely go through the machine easier. Definitely. Yeah, it was good teamwork. Yeah, the sentiments in the set are nice. So the sentiments say, you are always stronger than you think. Wishing you a happy retirement. So proud of you. And the other one that says, no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. And the other set, the other die that I really like in this set is this little frame. Can you see it? It kind of cuts a little flourish at the top and the bottom there, and it fits all the sentiments. Okay, so it actually fits these little sentiments quite beautifully. So I think this is a really good set, because for that price, you really do get, I think you get your money's worth. You really do. And something that's worth mentioning, in case you don't know, if you're wondering where you can get these things, I have an online store. Everything you see me use is available for purchase. Everything. Okay, so I make sure that I use things that you can get from me in the online store, so that I don't have to send you somewhere else. I don't have to send you off to the craft store, because you can get them right here. So if you're wondering, I'll put a link to the, actually I'll leave that out because I'm going to use it. I'll put a link to the, what am I trying to say, guys? Put a link to the shop, thank you, in the description below, and I'll do that as soon as this video is over. Okay, you bought it, Wendy. That's good. The link for the Facebook group, yes, I can. Now you need to be in Australia to join the private group. Anyone can join the public group. I've got a public page called Linda Dolke Stampin' Up Demonstrator. Actually, let me get you the exact name in case you're wondering, because sometimes Sometimes, yeah, it's called Linda Dolke Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. That's my Facebook page. But if you're in Australia and you would like to join the Facebook group, which is where I post some other bits and pieces, then that is a little bit different. The name of that group is Linda Dolke. Hang on, let me find it. Even I don't know the name of my own group. That doesn't bode well, does it? Really? And it's not coming up. Of course it's not. Linda Dolke's, so Linda Dolke's, DALKE''S, Linda Dolke's Private Stampin' VIP Group. That's what it's called. All right, so it's Linda Dolke's Private Stampin' VIP Group. That is the name of it on Facebook. I hope that helps somebody. I'll put the name of it right now. Linda Dolke's Private Stampin' VIP Group. Now, I do a few different things in there from time to time. So it's worth, if you're in Australia, it's definitely worth doing that. And the reason why is because I do things like if I do a buy one, get one free sale, or if I do a giveaway, those things all happen in the VIP group. Okay, I don't do them all the time, but every now and then I do something like that. All right, thanks, guys. All right, so we've got this cut out. It's looking really, really nice. I love it. And now I've got a piece of, I pulled out a piece of soft succulent just a little while ago, and I think that's a good color. So this is, we could put this straight on here, okay, and it would look nice, but I think maybe we'll use some backing paper. So let's have a look. We've got some celebration paper here. So this is one of the items you can get for free with a $90 order. I'm just going to pull out. I've got some offcuts, and I'm thinking maybe I can use the offcuts. Wouldn't that be a good idea? I think, though, we need to use gold, and I've been using silver, so the gold will match in better with our blossoms. So I'm going to actually cut up some. All right, so I've got some gold stripy bits here. Now, will I get them to go down horizontal? Will I get them to the strips to go across, or will I have the strips go down? What do you guys think? I'm going to let somebody, the first person to say the strips go up, or just go across, or go down, up and down. Vertical or horizontal? What do you guys think? What do you think? First person to guess which one they want. Do we want horizontal stripes, or do we want vertical stripes? Which one? And somebody can choose. Oh, who was the very first one? Oh, they all came in at the same time. Megan says down. Elizabeth says up. So that's actually the same. And then poor Jean said across. I'm sorry, Jean, you missed out. Sorry about that. All right, so let me see. I've got my trimmer here. And I'm thinking we're going to want this, how much? I'm going to say about 13 centimeters long, which for anyone who's wondering is just 5 1/8 or thereabouts long. And I'm going to have them going this way. So will I do 1-inch strips? No, I'm going to go a little thinner today. You know what? No, I am. I'm going to go 1 inch. I'm going to go 2 stripy and 1 dotty. And I'm making them 1 inch, which means I'm only going to have 3. And then this little guy here, I'm going to make it 13 long. And then we're going to go 1, just the 1 strip. Now I've got bits of paper everywhere, but that's okay. We can fix that up later. Right, so these are going to go on here. You may have seen me using a bit of strips. I do really like strips. Now I'm deciding whether I want to add, whether I actually want to color over these with my blending brushes. I could do that, or another option is I could put a circle, maybe a vellum circle with some color. That might be nice. Let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, I'm going to actually put under here, I'm going to put some dimensionals. I could just glue them straight down, but you know, I'm not going to. This one is almost empty. So I'm going to put 3 dimensionals here. I'm going to do that with all of them. I've got a friend popping by and waving at me outside. so I have to wave to her. And let's go again. So we had some people saying vertical, some people saying horizontal. I'll have to do another one, won't I, and do one of each, and then we can choose, not tonight, but and I'll put it up a different one with vertical stripes for you guys to look at. Now I'm just going to, whoops, I'm not going to push this down yet. I just want to position this. Just making sure I've got them in the right spot. Yep, that's pretty good. So I'm going to push that one down. This one's going to go and I may have just not put those on straight, but anyway, I'll straighten them up if need be. So I'm thinking I'm going to add a vellum circle, and I may add some color to the vellum circle because I think that would be rather nice. This one just needs to be moved down slightly. Okay, all right. So I need a vellum circle, which usually I've got some vellum circles sitting nice close by. The other thing I could do is I could also put on a just a circle and color that, but I think vellum will look better. And I'm thinking that my vellum circles, I may have moved them out to the other room. But I do have some vellum. So let's see if I can grab a circle. I'll tell you something else I'm going to show you guys too. I got a couple more packs of paper. Actually, I do have a vellum circle here, but I'm wondering if it's big enough. That might be too small. Do you think we need a bigger one, guys? I don't know. I think that's too small. So we do need a bigger one. And that's always the way, isn't it? I have a new die set called a designer treat box, and I'm going to show that to you guys one live coming up very, very soon. So I might just go with, not a stitch one this time, I might just go with a plain one. A plain circle. Yeah, I think that's a better size. And these are the layering circles dies, which are also fantastic. My favorite dies at the moment are the stitched, or sorry, stylish shapes, which have that beautiful stitching around the edge. But sometimes I still just want a plain circle. The only thing with this is that this piece of paper is too big to go through, so I need to cut it down, and that I can do pretty easily. Up to 9 centimeters goes through quite easily, which is not actually much wider than, you can see that this circle will go through. This is the largest one in the layering circle dies, but you wouldn't want anything much bigger than that because it's going to be too narrow, this opening here. So let's pop that on there. Put the top on. Let's send it through. It's a good set to to play around with. And if you were wanting to send cards overseas, like Christmas cards, you could easily make this into an Australian Christmas card. I think that would be a really nice thing to do. All right, so, all right. I'm going to grab my blending brush, and I've got a yellow one that's been used for yellow before. And I'm going to start with this right here. Or I could do it with green too. No, you know what? I'm going to do yellow, and then we'll see how it goes. So I'm going to put my fingers here on the edge of it, and I'm going to colour this just round and round and round. Move a little bit so I can get my fingers close to the edge here. Now, while I'm doing this, I do have something I want to talk to you guys about. You know what? I'm just looking at this and thinking it's not 100% straight, and I don't like things not being straight. We have a really good joining special on right now, and I need to tell you about it in case you've missed this bit of news. We're giving away a fantastic Making Plans suite, which includes a planner, a gorgeous stamp set, stickers, and all the inserts to go into your planner. It's really fantastic, and it's a bonus extra that you get when you join this month. So and this month and next month, okay? So there's 2 months. Now I want to show you what this looks like coming out. See, we've got that bit of yellow coming from behind. That looks really nice, doesn't it? Doesn't it look good? All right, so let's pop this on here. And I'm wondering whether, I think I'm just going to put it on flat because we've got plenty of dimension already on the card. Now, the good thing about the joining special, so it's only $169 to join, okay? And then after that, you get a ongoing discount. As long as you remain a demonstrator, you get a discount on all your products, minimum of 20%, which is definitely worth having. If you're someone who spends a little bit of money here and there, and you know that, you know, I've got customers who are spending way over what their quarters would be. I'm deciding how this should look. This way, straight up and down. I'm thinking this is a little boring. I want it to sort of, yeah, I think about there. All right, so on the back of here, I'm going to put some dimensionals. I'd like to pop this up a little. So I'm going to put my dimensionals hiding behind the die cut. And this means you can easily hide them. So the awesome thing about joining right now, and this is until the end of August, okay? You don't have to hurry, but it will run out. But if you are to do it before the 9th of August, we have, in November, we have our fantastic on-stage event. Stampin' Up does fantastic events, and we haven't had a live event, as you might imagine, for, well, since end of 2019. So it will actually be 3 years between live events, and we are all just so excited to make this happen. I mean, so excited. So registrations for that open on the 9th of August, and I don't expect them to stay open very long. So if you are a demonstrator before the 9th of August, that will mean that you're able to come along. You can register, and because only demonstrators can do that. So if that sounds like fun, something you'd like to do, then definitely think about joining before that date, okay? If you need more information from me, I mean, to me, the big fantastic thing about Stampin' Up is being part of the community. I mean, it is an amazing community of people, crafty people. We all get together and share our ideas, and it's just absolutely fantastic. And there's nothing else quite like it, actually. So with all that in mind, if you think that sounds like something you'd like to do, and if you'd like to be part of our little community of demonstrators, then think about joining my team. I'd love that. And I would love to answer any questions you might have, okay? When I was first thinking about being a demonstrator, actually I'm deciding whether I want to do my words in the soft succulent, or whether I'm actually thinking I might go up to Evening Evergreen and make them really clear. And then we need to decide what words we're going to have. So that's my next thing. All right. You're always stronger than you think. So proud of you. We're not going to do retirement right now. Or no beauty shines brighter than that of a good heart. I think I like You're Stronger Than You Think. I like that. Yeah, this year it's in Sydney. There are 3. There's Sydney, Perth, and Auckland. They're the 3 in our region. Okay, so to me, that's 3 really good options. And very excited because to have one so close to a lot of my team are in New South Wales. So to have one in New South Wales is just fantastic. Now, I understand not everyone can come, but those that want to come, can't wait to meet you. Can't wait to see you in person. It'll be fantastic. So reach out if that sounds like something you'd like to do. It is good news. You're right. I'm glad to hear she's going well. More positive vibes. All right. I think this one goes here. Yes, it does. This one says You're Stronger Than You Think. I'm just going to ink it up. And we don't really need, when you're doing a small stamp like this or just words, it's not very solid, and you don't need to worry about putting a mat underneath for that, okay? It's only the bigger stamps or the more solid stamps you have to worry about that. All right, so as you can see, this fits beautifully in this little label. Look at that. So let's bring our machine back in. We have our base plate. We have our first platform. I'm going to put this in. I need to do it around the right way, even though it's going to take longer for it to wheel it through, but I think it looks better. About that. I think that sounds right. Looks right, I should say. Now, see how that doesn't want to go through? The reason why is because I need to turn my plates around. See how I haven't got them lined up very well? That's me. That's me doing it wrong. Okay? Your plates, especially for the little one, more so than the big one, you need to have your plates lined up properly. So I'll put that back in. And this now needs to go right there. Now, also, they need to, if ever you are having trouble with a plate that's a little bit, this one's got a bit of a warp to it. This was one we didn't actually get to. And I've picked up the wrong one. If ever that happens, turn it over. So I was trying to push it through this way. Turn it over and do it the other way. Okay? Because it will grab on better. So if it doesn't work one way, it will work the other. And you'll know because this will actually start to move. Of course it won't. Let's turn this way. It happens from time to time with these machines. Of course. So sometimes I just find changing the order of them helps. And normally this does not happen to me. It's happening because I'm live. And it wants me to, you know, take a good hard look at myself and go, see, we're better than you. If it won't go through this time, I'm going to get very cross with it, and I'm going to tell it that we're going to use the big machine instead. Okay, this time the handle moved properly, okay, which means it's going to work. You know, as soon as that handle moves, celebrate everything DSP only for hostess. Yes, it's a hostess gift, which means you can get it with an order of 250 or more because you get to choose hostess things, okay? Yeah, of course it happens when I'm live, of course. That's okay. We got there in the end, right? So here we have our beautiful, see how nice this is? I don't know if you can see it, but can you see kind of like a little bit of a, it embosses a little bit. I'm trying to get in the right place. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see the kind of the embossing on that? It's very pretty. Something a little bit different. All right, so this can go down the bottom here. And I'm going to pop that on dimensionals as well. And I think we might need some ribbon or something on this. Just ribbon, I think, would be a good idea. I'll pop that right there. It's looking nice, isn't it? And I mean, it's a very simple card, really is. Very simple. I'm just thinking I would also like to zip around with a dauber. And of course, do I have a dauber handy? Let me see. If I don't, then I can always go in with my ink pad. Oh, look, I do. It's even green. So that's good. We like that when that happens. See, some things work in my favor and some things not so much. But that's okay. All right, so I'm just adding a little bit of a sponge edge with my soft succulent. If you want it to be a bit more dramatic, you could use a darker color, such as the Evening Evergreen. You could go around and do that. Just looking at everyone, going back and trying to read everyone's comments. I've been missing a lot of comments tonight, guys. Can I please apologize for that? Hello, Jenny. Nice to see you. All right, so now the last thing to go on here, I'm thinking a little bit of bling, don't you think? Oh, Jodie's ahead of me. She's already said that. No surprise. Not surprised at all, Jodie. So I'm thinking some festive pearls will be nice because we've got soft succulent, which is not really, these two are, the red and the green are nice, but they're not really blingy. I've also got, and I would like to put some gold ones on. Would you believe I've only got 2 gold ones, which means I'm going to have to find a third one because I don't like only having 2 of something. It needs to be 3. So let's pop those on. Whoop. There it goes. One of those, and I'm going to have to go and find, I have got another pack of these, so I'll go zip off and find that. Oh, and that one just flew away somewhere. So I either these 3, one here, probably one up here, and one up in this top corner somewhere, and those are going to sort of finish that off. And let's put it on a, oh look, there's one. How funny. Found one. It's on my paper. That's really random. Oh, now it doesn't want to pick up. I should be using my Take Your Pick tool. Goodness me. Scissors are a poor substitute. It doesn't even want me to pick it up. All right, I'm going to come back and add those like I said before. But it's going to be nice. And this is just going to go on a white, basic white, thick card base. This is my absolute favorite for doing card bases. Okay, I like the thick ones. I think they just are a little bit more sturdy and they are a better card base for me. Now, I know some people seem to be okay with good old basic white, but for me, I want it to be a bit sturdier than that. Okay, out you come. I'm just using Tombow to pop this on. I use seal sometimes. It just depends on what's handy, but Tombow is my favorite to attach a card front to a card base if I had to pick. All right, I started to say before that I got distracted. That's not like me, is it? No. So when I first joined Stampin' Up, for anyone who doesn't know my story, and I won't tell the whole story tonight, maybe we'll do that another time for anyone who's interested. But I had postnatal depression with my first child, and I was looking for something. I needed something. And doctor suggested that I find some sort of hobby or something for myself. And papercraft kind of presented itself to me. I had a friend who invited me to a creative memories party. Remember them? A lot of people got started that way. And then this turned out really nice, guys. We could wink a Stella over these too. That'd be nice as well, wouldn't it? But I think it looks quite nice, and there's a bit of shine on it from this lovely paper in the background. So this is a celebration paper, this one. Thank you. I really like it. Turned out really nice. So yeah, I was looking for a hobby, and papercraft was what I found. And I did scrapbooking for a couple of years, and then got invited to a Stampin' Up workshop. Well, it's pretty much as soon as I sat down, I was watching the girl who was doing the workshop and thinking to myself, that looks like fun. I could do that. And I just knew I could do it. And so, yes, I think we need to do another card, don't you? I'm going to make it really simple and quick and easy one, though. Really quick, easy card. All right, so that was that one wasn't exactly difficult. I'm starting with a piece of fresh freesia, and I'm going to fold this in half, and this is going to be our card base. And I'm going to do super duper easy. All right, so don't ever think you have to do complicated cards to do really cool, fun cards. Tonight, I'm going to have some fun with some washi tape. Now, I'm wondering if these colors, these colors are going to work. So I'm just going to put these, I've got a little bit of fluff on the back of this, put these straight onto, and I've done these before. Some of you might say, oh, this is looking familiar. I have done washi tape kind of cards like this before. I'm being very random with it. Oh, that's okay, Kelly. I'm glad you liked it, and welcome. I hope you enjoyed your dinner. That's good. That's good. All right. Now, finding these at the start can be tricky, but once you get them started, they're easy. So I'm actually going to I'm being, like I said, really, really random, and I'm going to do a couple of rows of this going up my page. So I'm not using all 4 colors. There's 4 colors in the pack. There's also an orange, like a pumpkin pie kind of orange, but I'm not using that one because to me that looks a little bit too much like Halloween. And I didn't want a Halloween look. I wanted kind of just the sparkly kind of fun kind of a thing. Now I've done it like this, I'm wondering if I should have done it vertical. I think that would have been better. Well, let's see. We still maybe could. So I thought I would pull out something that has been around for a while, but it's in our mini catalog again. Did you guys spot that this thing is back? Penguin Place. And where is it? Let's find it. P for Penguin. Penguin Place, page 22. Okay, so this was a really popular one last year. And what I find, even though I'm excited, Cookie's about to sing us a song, I think. Even though he might like the penguins, even though they did it last year, okay, and it was really, really fun what they did. I'm excited when they bring them back, but then they tend to get a little bit lost because everyone gets excited about the new stuff, okay? Donna, I'm just looking to see. I'm not sure what you mean. So sorry. So, yep, hello, Cookie, indeed. All right, so I really like what they did with this. This is really cute. They showed a few different ways, a simple penguin card, a slightly more involved one, and then one here that's really, they've thrown everything at it. You've got puff paint on there. You've got, he's on an ice flow, kind of in a little, almost like a diorama card, so from this, step. And they're really and these things tend to get overlooked because people go, oh, yeah, we've seen that before, and they just move on. But sometimes it's nice to revisit the old ones. I had a bit of fun with this one this month as well. So these are really lovely as well. And I still have these from last year. So the Penguin Place, okay, is actually a punch and a stamp set. Okay, the stamp set is $32 here in Australia, and the Penguin Builder Punch is $34. Okay, and you can get both of those. So they match up perfectly, of course. So let's grab a bit of black ink. Now I'm going to go with Memento. The only thing is I'm hoping that it's really, really, really well inked up, because if it's not really inked up, I'll be wishing I was using my Stampin'Up. But let's just see how we go with this. I'll pop it on block D there. It would work on block C as well. All right, so let's see if we can get this inked up really well. Oh, Elizabeth's question. Oh, the white ink tutorial. I'm sorry, I missed that. Let me go back up. Oh, that's quite a while ago. Yes, Elizabeth, I'm sure. Send me a message and we'll work something out. I'm actually, okay, at the moment, I've just been doing, classes every month, and people put, either buy just the tutorial or they buy the bundle as well. Okay, and you know, that's fine, but I'm looking at setting up a store so people can buy past ones, because I've got all this content sitting there that's not being used once the class is finished. And a friend of mine is actually selling her past ones. So she's going back so people can go back 6 months and buy the 6 months ago ones if they want to. And I thought, why am I not doing that? You know, people want them still, and people every now and then ask me. So reach out, and yes, I'll give you like a PayPal link or something like that. It's $20 for a tutorial. You don't get the supplies, but you do get the for that white ink one, it was a resources sheet, a PDF with measurements, and the actual video tutorials. So for this is a solid stamp, so I'm going to use a matte underneath, and if need be, we'll have to get our Stamparatus out, but let's try this. So there's a couple of ways of making sure you want your penguin to be really solid, right? There's a couple of ways to make sure, actually it's not bad. A couple of ways to make sure that your penguin is super solid. One is to make sure your ink pad is well inked. Okay, that's the very first thing. Plenty of, you know, ink it up with a bit more re-inker if necessary. Make sure it's really wet and juicy. Another way is to use Stamparatus. So you stamp several times in the same place. That would also get you what you need to do. But this is not bad. Something else I do from time to time, if I have a tiny bit that's missing, okay, our journaling pens, we don't sell these anymore. I wish we did. But if I had a couple of like little tiny bits there that weren't quite strong enough, the ink in the journaling pens is a really, really good match for the Memento. Okay, so just to bear that in mind, you can darken it up a little bit with that if necessary. Now, I don't really need to do it in this case because it's actually pretty good. But just to, if you do have journaling pens, check and see, you may find that they're going to give you an even blacker result. Okay, so Elizabeth, make sure that you message me, because otherwise I may forget. Okay, but I'm sure we can sort that out. Okay, now you can see that his eyes are, or you don't even need to give him other features if you don't want to, but there is a beak and there is a which is so tiny. I mean, look at that. Isn't that ridiculous? What a tiny, it looks like I got a blister. That's what it looks like. Not even a very bad blister. So we have a little beak. If you look in the book, if you're not sure how to put the face together, so let's go back to 22. Right, it shows you here. You can see there's a beak that you just put the beak kind of where the black where the join is, right in the middle. Your beak would go immediately under that. You can also, if you want to, they've used the beak on all three. There's also a little dot. Where is it? This one here, which can be a nose if you want to do that. But, you know, and you can give it little feet. You can put little feet down the bottom as well if you want to. We might do that. I don't know. Let's use pumpkin pie. Oh, sorry. And I'm going to do a little beak. And the beak is going to go kind of right there in the middle where the join is. See, isn't that cute? Super cute. Love that. And it's simple and easy. Okay, now we can do things to it. We can give it a little hat, which would have to be cut out, or a scarf, or we can also give it antlers if we wanted to do that. So there's a few ways that you can decorate your little penguin. Okay, this little beak that's sort of, it's the side view of the beak that goes onto this side view penguin. Okay, that one there's no punch for. You'd have to cut that one out if you wanted to do it like this. But this one, of course, the beauty of it is that we can actually, and of course, I've done it the wrong way. Okay. So if you ever use stamp the wrong way, see, it doesn't match. Can you see that? It does not match. So what I need to do is I need to grab my scissors and cut in from the other side. Okay, in fact, I'll just cut the whole thing off. And then you can come in from the other end, all right? And it's a perfect match. And we love that. Let me line that up. Much easier than having to cut the whole thing out, that's for sure. Don't you love a matching Stampin' Punch? I mean, dies are good, but there's something quick and easy about a punch. You don't even have to get your machine out. All right. So what I'm thinking is going to happen here is our penguin is going to go here on our nice little, and I'm thinking maybe I'll do one more little bit of, so this is like the world's easiest background, is washi tape background. And it does look okay horizontal, but it would have looked okay stripy too, don't you think? But I kind of, yeah, this is fine. This is fine. All right, so I'm going to, will I stamp or will I think I will. Just, oh, there's even a bow tie. Bow tie is very cute if you want to dress him up a little bit. We like those. I am thinking maybe we'll do some orange feet. So your little feet go like this if you want him to sit down. And why not? Let's get him to sit down. I'm just using block A because these are really little. Oh, got new comments that I've missed. I'm so sorry. What the plan is I don't have like a Shopify or anything like that, or I do have a service that I use. Look how cute. Isn't that cute? I do have a service that I use that allows me to deliver a tutorial if someone purchases it without me having to do anything. Okay, this is something I only discovered last month, and it was working beautifully, and then all of a sudden it stopped working, and I don't know why. So I'm trying to get that fixed because I don't want that to happen again next month. But if I can get it fixed, then that would be a really great way of delivering. This is not sticky on one side. Oh, hang on. Got it. All right, and dimensionals are good too because they will stick to your glimmer. So now, should we decorate him? Should we give him a scarf or a bow tie? Maybe a purple bow tie to go in with our background, maybe? I don't know. What do you think? He's kind of cute. And we've got some really fun sayings on here. We've got, this is I didn't understand this one when I first saw it. It says, I like you a lot. I'm like, what does that mean? And then up the top is the explanation that goes inside the card that says, it's like a little except a lot. That's what a lottle is. To the coolest friend ever, that would be good. Be cool, be chill, be merry. Lots of thanks. Happy birthday, season's greetings. This doesn't have to be a Christmas card. This can just be, let's do to the coolest friend ever. Let's do that. I like that. If I can find it, there it is. Do we like to the coolest friend ever? Is that a good one to go? Hey, Ellen, nice to see you, honey. Hope you're well. I was telling everybody before about if they want to join, now is a really good time because we have a Stampin' Up event coming up in November called On Stage, but you have to register by the 9th of August and you have to be a demonstrator to register. So Ellen knows how good it is. We've been to a few together over the years and they've been fantastic. I wouldn't change them for anything. So I'm deciding what color do you think? Should I do black to match in with the penguin, and what shall we do? Absolutely. The sentiment, of course, is to the coolest friend ever. Of course, Ellen. I'm so sorry. I should have said that. Bow tie, says Jean. Okay, did anyone else? Yes, he did need feet. So we've got feet. And it would look good in the train die. Oh, that's the other thing I was going to show you guys. Guess what I got? Black, says Rose. All right, let's go black and let's go with our memento again. So this is a no bells and whistles card. I mean, the glimmer washi is the only bells and whistles really that we're having on this one. But I still really like it. I've always liked a bit of washi on my cards. So let's pop this down to the coolest friend ever. There we go, just like that. Very simple. And Jean said a bow tie, and I think she's right. I think it does need something. And I think maybe a purple bow tie. What do you think? This is more like Gorgeous Grape. This is Fresh Freesia. So, or Highland Heather, actually. No, this is Highland Heather. Let's go Highland Heather. Let's stamp it, and we're going to have to cut it out. It would be your first, Kelly. Oh, seriously? You never forget your first. I'm serious. It's just so cool, right? It is such a good time. Do you know, I've been a demonstrator for 16 years, 16 years in September, and I've never missed one. Never, ever, ever. And I never will if I can help it, okay? If I can get to an event, I will go because I think they're that good. And Stampin' Up is, you know, they want us to have a great experience. So they really turn it all on for us and make sure that it's an amazing, amazing thing. Yeah, thanks, Ellen, for saying that. Ellen knows. She knows they're good. Ellen and I, because we got to go to a really special dinner together in Auckland, which was really fun. And they have a special dinner for people who have, you know, achieved a little more, which is really, really cool. So they get to a particular level, and then you get to go to a special night out. And we got to go to an amazing. Was it National Museum? Is that what it was? Ellen, do you remember? I can't remember, but it was an amazing place. They did put on this amazing dinner for us, and there's Maori dancing and the haka and all that stuff. I love all that. That's fantastic. All right, so let's add our bow tie, and to do the bow tie, I think the glue dot will be our best friend for that. Let's find a glue dot. Oh, some of mine are on the inside and some of them are on the outside, so it's a bit confusing. Like sometimes I've got them on one side of my tape and sometimes I've got them on the other. So I think I still have a couple of old packs of glue dots because they've changed them fairly recently. All right, so I'm going to pop up the corners of my bow tie. What do we think? Do we like it? Bit of fun. So it just shows you can do, it was a museum. Yes, I thought so. So who's your team leader, Cherie? Who is it? Is it someone we know? Just wondering. You wouldn't be all alone. You'd have us, right? I know. Isn't he cute? I like him. He's fun. So there's our 2 cards tonight, guys. Look at that. I think these are both really nice. Totally different. Like they couldn't be more different if they tried, really. But that's what we came up with tonight. On stage is in November. The actual date, let me just tell you, Deb, is give you the actual date of it. On stage, it's Sydney. It's going to be at Darling Harbour at the Convention Centre, which is a great location. Really, really good. I'm just clicking on the Learn More button. And, okay, so it's going to be the 12th of November. It'll be a Saturday, okay, and it's going to be in the Convention Centre at Darling Harbour. So that's pretty cool. The actual onstage registration opens on the 9th of August. The last day to register is the 20th of September. However, if you've been a demonstrator for a while, you'll know these things have a habit of selling out. I don't know how many places they've opened up for this one, but if it is still taking registrations by the 20th of September, I'm going to be super surprised. Okay, I'm not saying it won't because maybe they've given us heaps and heaps of places, but what has happened in the past is it's been sold out within the first couple of hours. It's basically they open registration and people jump in and it sells out super, super fast. So I'm telling all my girls to make sure they register early because if you don't, there's a good possibility that you may miss out. Okay. So, yep, I totally, totally get it. No more bling. Oh, you think it's enough? Do you actually think that's enough, Jody? Jody is the bling queen, so we're going to take it from you, Jody. If you think it needs more bling, I'll add some. I'll add some iridescent rhinestones. But if you don't think it, I mean, I've got a couple of choices of colours. I could add some of these cool little blingies. Aren't they nice? These are in the adhesive back to sequins and gems. They're lovely. Or we could do, we could do iridescent rhinestones. I'm just looking through. Fly in and fly out the same day. Have you got something else on, Megan? Have you? I'm going back and seeing, have I missed anybody's comments? They're hectic, Kelly, but you can sit down. Okay, so there's not a lot of standing up. Everyone gets to sit at a table. In the past, those tables at that center, unless they've changed it, have been round tables. So, a group of maybe 8 people sitting at a table, and all around. So you're not right on top of each other, which is pretty good. Let's have a look, seeing if I missed any other comments. I'm glad you enjoyed them. Thank you, Wendy. Thanks, everyone. It is a big center, yes. We haven't been told how much yet, Nairi. So that is something I can't answer. I don't know. Oh, I see, Megan. Do you know what? I save up all year for these things, and I do stay down there because it's like a weekend away, so it's kind of fun. And I stay with a friend usually. If I have got some plans from a very special friend of mine in South Australia to possibly stay together this year. So we'll see how that works out. But that's what I'm hoping. We haven't actually booked anything, haven't done it all yet, but that's the plans. Yep. I'm just looking. Have I missed anything else? Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Look, if it's not possible, Cherie, I totally get it. Totally understand. And up until the last couple of years, I just would have moved mountains to be at any of these things. But the last couple of years, we've had to put ourselves first and look after ourselves. So I totally get it. Yep. Yes, Kelly, you have to look after yourself first, right? That's the most important thing. So, Jody, what did you think? More, says Jody. All right. So, shall we try these little guys? Because I haven't used the fresh freezer ones, but they would look very nice on this cardstock, I think. Let's try. I'm going to do one here. And one here. What do we think of these? Are these nice? And one here. Might move that one up a little bit. That doesn't look quite right. What do you think? Is that about right? There you go. We added more bling after all. We did it. I just think these are really pretty. So they're called, if you're wondering, adhesive back sequins and gems. And they are, adhesive, so you haven't got to worry about sticking them on with glue dots or any of that. So they're really rather nice. And these are Coastal Cabana, Fresh Freesia, and these are just called iridescent, I think, because they have lots of colours that they pick up. They're really pretty. There you go. All right, guys, I'm going to say bye for tonight. It's just gone 8:30. Trying to be good and stick to time as much as I can. And I'll post one of these tonight and probably the other one tomorrow, and we'll see how we go. And I've got to find some more gold bits in my other kit to add to this, to call this a completed card. Maybe it needs a ribbon. I don't know. Still thinking about that. All right, guys, have a fantastic week. Stay safe. Get your craft on, and I'll see you next weekend. Bye-bye.